Hello, very good morning and a warm welcome back to our dear students. Today will be the last class for this chapter, the subject that you can see, and that will be the end of the course. Obviously, you will have some more sessions, but today you're officially the course gonna end once we'll complete this chapter. So I welcome you all, especially very dear students who came, earlier than me. So thank you. Good morning, Prisha, Menka, Janvi, Aniket, and Mahadev. I hope, guys, you are doing well and doing great. So one request from my side on behalf of the IT team is that today, since we are live from since I am live from Delhi, there are some rainfall which is happening and coming and going. So just in case you face any problem with respect to video buffering, then you can always reduce your resolution. Otherwise, I have the best of the best network over here. But again, you don't have any choices once we can't stay connected. So guys, that's it. And I hope you would have revised what we have done in our last session. So I'll take you through what we have done till date. Okay, just to give you a revision, because since you had a class yesterday also, so you might have forgotten. So I'll take you towards there. Hi, Mohammed Farhad. Very good morning. Ankit, Poonam, a very good morning. Okay, guys. So today we'll be taking up a very nice thing. Okay, I'll tell you just 1 minute. Okay, so what we'll be discussing today is, okay, so we have done the concept of budgets and budgetary control. And if you remember, I hope, I told you that this chapter is important both for theory as well as the practical. And weightage, you know already what Bodo study has given you, but again, do not make sure that you are leaving this chapter. You can do it. Today we'll be doing a very recent examination question, and a student, had a feedback that, sir, this is quite astonishing that a question like this has come in the exam. Whether that question, you find that easy or tough, it is up to you. We'll do it in today's class. Okay, guys. So very good morning to my all very old students. Poonam, Dhanupriya, Memam, Himanshu, Matanjali, Sushil Kumar. Very good morning. And thank you so much for coming to the class on time. Okay. Same here, Matanjali. Nice to meet you again. So guys, what we have done till date is that we have done the types of budgets. Okay. Types of budgets. So we have completed one extremely important concept, which is the fixed and the flexible, which is based on capacity. Okay. So you have beta fixed and flexible budget. Okay. Budgets. So this we have covered. If you remember, we have done 3 questions for this. And I think that will be more than sufficient if you revise and you can complete your study material questions. And you'll be very comfortable as far as that is concerned. Okay. So today we are doing the another one, okay, which is not that tough. Okay. To be very honest, that is very generic. Generic means something which is very general. General means if I take you, if I ask you from the name, you can make out from the name itself, ki, okay, sir, this means that, this means that. So it's going to be very simple. The main question that could lie in your mind is that, sir, what kind of a question can come in the exam? Okay, that's the one sense. So guys, here the concept which we are discussing based on these functions, okay, can come for both theory as well as the practical. But I would rather, you should rather pray that if it comes in the exam, say like a practical question, then you should be more happier. Because I'll tell you the reason why. Because today we'll be doing a 10 marks question in the exam, and you will yourself see that it's so good to have such questions in the exam, right? So that's the sense. So now we are doing basically the concept of the budgets based on the functions. Okay. Functions. So again, I'm saying you guys, very, very simple. Just take this class as very light today. I mean, you have nothing as complex. Generally, when we see that once the chapters started to get over, you have a lower energy. So that's absolutely fine, since because this is very, very easy, nothing to worry. And based on the functions, you have various budgets. So I'll discuss one by one, and then we'll take up the concept, how it comes in the examination. You have any doubts from the previous class? Okay, not the previous topics, I would say rather. If you have any doubts from the previous class, just let me know. Okay. So number one is the sales budget. So again, I'm telling you, the words will be very, very generic. Okay, so you'll able to understand that very, very easy. Okay. So a very good morning to Isha Jaiswal, Madhuri, na? Yeah, Madhuri and Prashant. I remember, right? Mr. K comes, but his name is Prashant, right? So see, I remember my students. Okay. So guys, sales budget is very, very simple. Okay. A very simple example. Okay. In India, okay, let's talk about India. Okay. So we have the sales for air conditioners. Everybody, I mean, these days prefer air conditioner. Who would go for a cooler or a mist fans and all those things? Because AC does consumes more power, but it is more comfortable as far as anything is concerned. But do you think that demand means the sales for this remains balanced throughout the year? No, it is not there. Generally, the demand increases during, I would say, April to June. You have the maximum demand. People wants to quickly buy this and make sure that this is installed in your houses. That's the sense. From July to, let's say, October, you have a lower demand. It's very obvious. Obviously, this what I'm speaking about, right? Then from November to say Feb, March, you have the least demand, or you can say even a no demand. Okay, that's the sense. Number one, when we talk about countries other than India, okay, other Asian countries like Singapore, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, so they have the sales for the air conditioner equally, normally balanced throughout the year, because the temperature remains absolutely same throughout the year. You don't need to carry any winter clothes over there or anything. Whenever any month you are going over there, okay, any Asian country, you can just pack your summer clothes and then enjoy the weather out there. So the demand there is completely even. So for those companies, you might not require this kind of an activity called as the sales budget for them. So when we have a demand which is seasons like this one, okay, you need to make sure that you prepare the budget according to the the demand which will be there. And obviously, when the demand is there, you tend to charge the higher prices. Absolutely, obviously, I'm saying just in case you have demand, so you tend to increase your prices because the demand is there. Then the people like us start doing research on the Amazon, which is the best one, which has the highest stars, which has the copper filling, which has the lowest price. All those things are there. Okay, and then the expected quantity that to be sold. So this is what basically the budget is. Again, you have to see what will be the demand in a particular season. So this is very generic. A sales budget is something which you take care of all these things. Okay, guys. I hope this is very, very simple. This is nothing much. So basically, important is the sales forecast. Number one, prices to be charged, okay, and the quantity to be sold. Okay, a very simple. That's the basically sense. Number two, when we come, is based on the function. I would say you will see you have a production budget. Okay, production budget. Any doubts, guys? Okay, so as of now, there's no doubt because again, it's very simple. So production budget is nothing but the forecast of production during the period. Okay. Now you would say, sir, previous example was very simple. Okay, you took up air conditioning. Whether there is any ups and downs during the production budget as well, absolutely will. I'll tell you the reason why. See, you may, again I'm saying may word, okay, the may not have the equal demand, okay, of the laborer throughout the year. So this is India, then why are you saying? Yeah, I'm telling you, even if you are in India, then the labor shortages can occur. Why? Once the monsoons are expected to come, the seasoned labor wish to go to their hometown, then start producing some agricultural goods. Number one. Second, as you know, when there is a marriage season in the villages, okay, people tend to shift from towns, from the cities to their villages to enjoy that wedding, because that weddings happens for 15, 20 days, at a stretch in all those areas. Number three, when there is big festivals in India like Diwali, what you call Chhat Puja. This is a very, very important festival for those people. So they wish to go back to their hometowns. So again, this production forecast cannot be very easily done. Okay, that's the sense. When did I get to know about all these things? Because what happens in India, in Delhi, I don't know about your city. Generally, people get their house whitewashed before Diwali. They make sure that it is completed before Diwali, so that it is done. Because of two reasons. Number one, obviously they want before the festival the work should be complete, and during this festival the labor goes to their hometown, their villages, and they wish to stay for a longer time. So that's the reason. And I was tell you also a very one astonishing fact. Again, this is not related to our course, but still I want to tell you. The sweets that you purchase during Diwali, do you know when is it prepared? It is prepared 2 months back. During Diwali, when you go to the shop and you buy the sweets, mithai, that's not a fresh one. That is prepared 1 month, 2 months ago, and that has been frozen in the big fridges. We have our clients, big names, as where you go and eat. I can't take their name. So this is wrong, because again, they don't want that you should get ill, but they have acute labor shortages during that period. So they make a forecast that will go for a higher production during this time. So just why do you take an example for a factory? Just take an example for a sweet shop, a big sweet shop, okay, a large scale sweet shop. So sweet shop will have a very normal demand from, let's say, January to September. Okay, that will be a even availability of labor. Okay, even means it is easily available. Okay, so then during October to December, since it's a festival period, so you need to have a higher production, since you have a labor shortage. So higher production due to labor shortage. It happens or not, guys? Agreed or not? So Matanjali is sharing something. I think she is from Punjab, or maybe she has some knowledge about Punjab. So she's saying that during Diwali, painters and other laborers move in our city too. Okay, okay. She's saying in our city. In Punjab, sir, during rice cultivation, labor's demand is also very high. Absolutely, absolutely. So again, when you know that this thing is there, okay. So sir, when will a problem for us then comes? Yeah, you guys are almost chartered accountants now. Okay. So what the problems as a CA we generally face? Okay, CA, a synonym chartered accountant. Sometimes on a funny note, people say, "Come again," you know. So during the exams in May and November, generally, so we also have a acute, interns problem, article problems, and paid assistants who have not yet cleared their exam, because obviously in you have tax audits in July, August, October, November. All these are tax audit times, and if the student has exams in November, then obviously he will take the leave 2-3 months before. In May, you have tax audit returns, all these things. So again, before May, the interns, articles, paid assistants are not available. So again, we also have to plan our budget as to how the things will take place. Okay. So again, a very, very simple thing. You have to make sure that what is the production that you are normally doing during this period. You try to make more stocks than, in this period, since this is a festival period, than this period. Again, very simple, nothing much tougher. Then comes the plant utilization. Okay, so as the plant where the production takes place, it is a run 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours. They work in 2-3 shifts, and when the demand is subdued means the demand is little less, then you tend to produce less and you utilize lower of your plants. Okay, so again, I can say very easily, so during the festival seasons, so your utilization of the plant is high. Okay, and during non-festival season, okay, you have a lower utilization. This also happens with us, guys. When the exams are very near, 15-20 days, 1 month is left, we are working at the highest utilization capacity. And when the exam has 3-4 months to remain, then we take a little bit of relaxation. We study only 5-6 hours. And once the exams are very near, we start to study 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Okay, so this is how the things are done. So I'm sure till now you are not facing any this thing is there. Okay, great. Thank you, Madhuri, for the agreement. Yes, Matanjali is from Punjab. That's great. Mageshwaran, a very good morning, Vita. I hope you're doing great. Okay, now coming to the fourth point. It's called as the direct material usage budget. Sir, what does this mean? See, beta, again, very simple. You guys are champion in your standard costing. Okay, so let's say a company has 2 products. Okay, products A and B, and this require 2 units of raw material. Okay, and this require 3 units of raw material. So again, for that purpose, how much production are you making for A and for B, and as a result, how much direct material will be required? This is how we are trying to make our forecast as far as these things are concerned. Okay, so let's say I say that we are trying to predict that we will be making 50,000 units of A. Okay, and say 30,000 of product B means the same. So how much direct material, raw material will be required, beta? Very simple. 50,000 into 2, that is 1 lakh, and 30,000 into 3, that is. So this is how you try to make a particular forecast of the direct material usage you guys will be doing. Simple till here. Okay, number 5. Purchase budget. Okay, purchase budget. Again, very simple. Nothing tough on that. You guys are dealing with kind of purchases. Everything. Purchases, sales, all these things you have been doing since a long time. So purchase budget is nothing but, you can say, is the starting point for determining the required, let's say, the estimated quantity of direct material to be purchased. Okay, so these days, as you know that it's a time when we are not ordering, we are ordering the food online. Okay, from Swiggy, Zomato. These days we are also ordering grocery from these places. So I would say rather, when we are about to order from any app, whether it's, let's say, Zepto or Instamart or Blinkit. Okay, all these, a lot of companies are there. I'm nowhere associated. Okay, so I'm just giving you an example. So you tend to have a list in your mind that, let's say, we need tea packets, sugar, wheat flour, biscuits, ketchup, whatever the items which are required to be used in a daily basis. And you also determine the amount of quantity. Kitni quantity chahiye. Obviously, you can't say that I can have 10 bottles of tomato ketchup. Obviously, it depends upon the consumption. Okay, how much sugar is required, how much tea packets are required. All these are estimated things, and for that we make a purchase budget, and then we start ordering the things, or sometimes we go towards the shopping and start purchasing. Sometimes, but the problem is, once we have a purchase budget, we know what is to be purchased. But when we go to that shop, we see, oh, this is also required, this is also required, this is also required, and at the end you have a hefty bill at the counter. So this is what the psychology of superstore. So purchase budget, again, it's the starting point, that how much direct material you need to purchasing. So you need to give the demand about little earlier. If you're not making it within your factory, okay, so let's say you are buying it from somewhere, you have to give the order to him. No? Otherwise, it might not be available to you during that particular. Okay, so that's called as a purchase budget. Again, very, very simple. And the sixth one, again, a very simple and something which we have already done. Okay, personal, or let's say the labor budget. Up here, earlier we decided that how much laborers will be requiring. Here we are trying to make that how much machine hours will be required, and what is the amount of payment that we need to do. Okay, some bonuses, performance, or we've already done that, right? In labor chapter, you remember, I was not with you in labor chapter. I taught you overheads, but you must have done it in your labor chapter, that Rowan and Halsey plan, all those things, right? If you remember. So the labor budget not only tells you about the operating machine hours, okay, and the amount of wages to be paid. Okay, the basic one, and you can have also some bonus or performance incentive. All these things are required to be determined, then it should be a thing. Okay, I hope no doubts, guys. Still here, seems very simple, right? We'll just go to the question, and then you'll enjoy more in the question for sure. Just 5 more minutes, and then we can go for the question. Then you have the factory overheads budget. Okay, what does happens in a factory? We all know. I mean, we have a lot of overheads like power, fuel, depreciation, capex, all these things, amortization, all those things are there. So we are trying to make some estimated overheads with respect to, say, power, fuel, depreciation, etc. So how much factory overheads will be there when you do. Also very important is we also calculate the factory overhead rate also. Okay, the factory rates to be charged. Okay, on that basis you are doing some accounting, all those things. Okay, so this is how we are trying to make use of it. Okay, so you can have all these expenses in total, and see what will be your overhead based on the labor hours. Okay, clear? Was almost getting over now. Then you have 8, which is called as the production cost budget, or you can say in other words, cost of production budget. So again, you forecast the production of the budgeted period. Okay, so you forecast the production for the budget period and its costs. So okay, so during again, what does basically production cost consist of? We all know it consists of material cost, okay, direct labor cost, and manufacturing expense. So we are trying to assess what will be the various expenses. As a result, what will be your production cost budget in this case? Okay, guys, clear? No doubts? Very simple. And then you have the inventory budget. Means expected what will be the closing stock, expected closing stock, which is required to be maintained. Okay, the expected closing stock required to be maintained. Okay, so again, as you know that there are certain times and you are supposed to estimate what should be the ideal budget you should be keeping as far as the inventory is concerned, because there could be some demand shocks. Okay, means you are attempt to have higher demand and then it is not available. So that's a sense. As you know, these days FMCG companies, when the COVID had come, nobody was prepared, for all these things. There were supply chain disruptions. Okay, people started to buy, a lot of material in advance. Once they used to go out of the home, they are buying 20 Maggies, 20 biscuit packets, because they don't want that they should be stepping out of the house very prominently. So that was the reason company have started these days. Companies have started, changing their inventory budget, keeping in mind what should be the expected inventory that the company should be keeping with them, so that they don't face any kind of a problem out there. Okay. Then comes the COGS, cost of goods sold budget. Okay. So again, it covers same thing, the direct material cost, okay, direct labor cost, as well as the manufacturing expenses. Okay. So again, sir, you would say, sir, there is no difference. Here also you have written, here also you have written. Yeah, this is the same, guys. The only thing which is there is that you make the adjustment with respect to opening inventory and closing inventory. Okay, so opening and closing are adjusted, which is called as change in the inventory is adjusted with these thing, and as a result you get to have this thing. Okay. Two more to go and then I think it will over. I think three more after this, two more after this. Selling and distribution expense budget. Okay, so again, how much you'll be paying in terms of marketing, ads. These days nobody watch television. Okay, you know that everybody is now making sure that the ads are taking place in the digital space. Okay, digital space. You are logging into Facebook, you'll see the ads. You're logging into YouTube, you'll see the ads. Okay, so this is called as the digital market, and they're making ads of such kind that it allows your curiosity to look at those ads. Generally what happens is, do we like the commercials or advertisement? Generally no, because when we have a mindset that we have to watch a film, or let's say our favorite song on the YouTube. Okay, your favorite song, just imagine you want to watch your favorite song, so it must be having some million views. Okay, so if you are not a premium account in YouTube, so it will give you a say a advertisement. So obviously you will skip that ad after 5 seconds. But these days the ads are made these ads are made in such a manner that it raises your curiosity. Okay, what's there? So either it has to raise your curiosity, or it will bring you some of your favorite film star. Okay, or your cricketers, so that just you want to see them and you'll see the ad. So these days, again, when you are going from that side to this side, obviously you have to pay a higher amount. Okay. um, Endorsing through a cricketer or a film star take you a higher expense. So you have to make sure that if you are doing the marketing, what all medium are you taking? That's the most important, right? Advertisement, okay, sales promotion, is it okay? All these kind of selling and distribution. Has it happened with you? Just like this thing, okay? Okay. So Ankit, remember that concept. Okay. What do you mean by fringe benefits, sir? Yeah. Okay. Matanjali is asking fringe benefits. I'll tell you what are the fringe benefits. Okay. Matanjali, do you have, are you going to the audits these days, or you have been going to the audits? Okay. So what does the auditee, offers you? They offers you pizza. They offers you, tea, coffee, cold drinks. Okay, all these things. So the thing is that whatever benefits that you get in a factory or in the office, that is called as the fringe benefits. Okay, long back, there was a fringe benefit tax which was started by P. Chitambram, and then gradually it was abolished. Okay, because it was very, a lot of controversies, debates have started to come across. What is covered, what not is covered. So these are the benefits. Sometimes the company gives you a cab facility. They pick you from the home, they drop you back to the home. Okay, so that is the sense which is happening. Okay. I'll tell you a very nice experience. Again, a girl from our office. We had sent her to one of the clients who was into import export. Okay, of certain, I think, garments, all those things. Okay, so they had a very weak documentation, audit documentation. So I told her, she was only around 23, 24, very slim girl from her native have come and then started to work with us. And I told her that this is the other things that you need to check. So after 1 month, she came to the office on a Saturday when the client was closed, and she was crying very, very harshly. I said, "What happened? Is everything fine? Has he said something? Has he did something? Is there any problem with your understanding? What is the problem?" She said, "Sir, the problem that I am facing, I can't tell you." I thought maybe she doesn't want to, I said, okay, I'll make sure that the HR talks to you. Said, okay, sir, I'll tell you. I said, okay, what happened? Then tell me what happened. Said, sir, I started to gain weight. I said, started to gain weight. Then what's the problem? I mean, you tend to gain weight. You can reduce also. What's the big deal? The problem is that as soon as I, reach the office at 10 o'clock, he orders a pizza for me, a pizza and a Coke. So I get indulged into eating pizza and Coke, and this is happening for the last 30 days, and I'm not able to fit myself in my old clothes. The matter was so serious, and I just couldn't laugh. So I said, okay, beta, you wait here, and I went out of Zoom and started to laugh like anything. I mean, this is the fringe benefit that you get when you go for the audit. Again, all the auditors does not give you that privilege, but sometimes this fringe benefit can be, can be a problem. Okay, so just on the lighter side, to make sure that you are not getting bored with this theory that I'm, and it's and it actually happened. Okay, it's not that I'm cooking up a story. It actually happened, and it reminded me of an example. And just to know, now she is already completed with her CA, and now she's working somewhere in Mumbai. So again, she might not be watching this video, so nothing to worry, even if I told that incident. So that's called as fringe benefits. Okay, so auditors give CA. Okay, so Nalini is saying very funny, and Matanjali understood. Obviously, you'll understand that. Okay, so any for further more questions there. Sir, factory overhead rate means absorption rate. Absolutely, Madhuri. You're absolutely correct, beta. Um, you know, the rate at which you absorb your cost in your cost accounts, that is called as your factory rate. You're absolutely correct. Sir, what is the difference between budget and standard? Himanshu, can you stay with me till 8:45 today? Because today we'll be covering up a very important ratios where all these efficiency, calendar, all these. There I will tell you the difference between budget and a standard. Budget hours and standard hours. Okay. If you need an immediate answer, then I presume you must have studied your standard costing. So it's the same, the budget and the standard. Okay. I'll do that today only for sure before I end this class. Okay. Trust me. I never heard such a great example for fringe benefits. Okay. Himanshu is on a lighter side. Good morning, Ria Jaiswal. Very good morning. I hope you're doing great, Ria. Absolutely fine. Okay. So let's end this and then start the exam question, right? Why to waste so much time on this? You have already understood this concept. Okay. So then after this, you have the R&D expenditure. Last, after this, it will be last. Research and development expense. Okay. Again, it is required. You might think that this is a very illogical expense. Actually, it is not. Okay. It is basically done. Okay. It is done to improve what? The products or methods of production. Okay. Sorry to say, but sometimes it happens that you are not able to clear your examination. Okay. Or let's say you are a cricketer and you did not perform well in a particular match. It's not about quitting. It's all about sitting idle, sitting alone, and just asking yourself that what went actually wrong, what actually went wrong, and you're trying to improve yourself. Similarly, in companies also, you are trying to improve your products on a regular basis, whether it's a healthcare companies, whether it is cosmetic companies, all those companies are there. You're trying to improve their products. I don't know, especially the girls. Okay. Do you know the company? Have you heard Revlon? Okay. The Revlon Cosmetics. Okay. 90-year-old company, guys, 90. It is going for bankruptcy. Why? What happened with them? Was the company says the huge large debt. Was that large debt problem? No. The problem is that they could not improve with their products. The improvisation, the thing that happened with Kodak, the cameras, and now Canon is the master in DSLR cameras and all that. Just if you're not Nokia, just take an example. You're not able to improve yourself. Okay, improve your products, your qualities, all those things. What will happen? You will end up in the bankruptcy stage. So these days, a lot of products are there. Lakme, I don't know, Maybelline, I don't know. So a lot of products are there. So imagine a company like 90-year-old company, guys, 90-year-old global company, sells product all over the world, all over US, Canada, Singapore, everywhere they're selling, and now they are into bankruptcy. Why? The only thing is that they just couldn't improve their products. Okay. So just to improve their products, their methods of production, they are making some expenditures, or if they are developing something completely new. So let's say companies who developed a COVID-19 vaccine. There were also companies who wanted to develop COVID-19 pills. Pills means rather than taking those injections, you can take up the pills and you can catch the concept of that. I mean, you can have a good health of that. So again, you have to improve those methods. Okay. Has anybody heard of this company, Nabli? Anyone? Okay, no problem, Ria. Okay, Riddhi is there. Okay, I'll take up your question, Riddhi. I have seen your question. Okay, it came to me twice. Don't worry, I'll take up your call. Okay, I'm just about to finish this, and then we'll discuss. So, guys, second last, your capex budget. Okay, capital expenditure budget. Again, how much the expenses you'll be doing in purchasing, building, land. Okay, I mean bigger expenditure, some dams, or let's say preparation of roads. So why will a company prepare a road, sir? We have never, know this example. I'll tell you guys. What happens is we have a client who are into healthcare. Okay, sir. So what happens is, let's say there is one production factory here, and the storage happens here. Okay, sir. So they travel from here to here through a common passage. Means this premises is within their own premises only. So one to this. So they carry those items in the tubes, in the test tubes, which are made of glass. So lot many times what happens is, if the road is uneven, what will happen? What will happen? It will break. They will collide together and start to break. So there will be a lot of that is called as your abnormal wastage you've done in your process costing, right? So that will be an abnormal wastage. So what happens is, generally they are making roads within a proper kind of a setup, and as a result you're able to transfer over this. These days now they have put it like a railway track. There are two tracks, so they're all computerized operated. They put their machine over here, and it starts to go like this without any disruption, and it goes to the storage area where they start packing that. We've already seen that. Our articles also go and see how they are making that. Okay, so this is how the things take place. And last but not the least, your cash budget. Sir, what is a cash budget? A very, very simple thing. What's the big deal in the cash budget? As you know that how much cash is required during a month, how much cash is required after a particular month. All these things are required for this purpose. So as a result, we prepare the cash budget. Okay. So what is our opening balance? Okay. So let's say we had 1 lakh rupees. Okay. Then we'll have the collection from debtors. Okay. So let's say we are expected to have 5 lakhs. Okay. And these will be our receipts. What will be our payments? So let's say, sorry, not debtors, not debtors, sorry, debtors. So, let's say the creditors. Okay, we are making a payment of, let's say, 2 lakh. Okay, taxes 1 lakh, and other expenses. So let's say 1 lakh. So you are expected to have a closing balance of 6 minus 4, that is 2 lakh. So this is how you are trying to make a cash budget with this. Okay, guys. So I hope spending about 30-40 minutes should not be a problem for you, because if you start studying now after this from your study material, you will take a very, very lesser time. Okay. So guys, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can go for the exam question. Okay. So I must tell you one thing, guys. See, I don't know, what is basically any teacher style. Okay, any teacher style. What I try to bring in very one important thing as far as teaching is concerned. I never want to replicate. Replicate means I don't want to say that you don't do the self study. Okay, self study is important, but I try to make sure that when you are studying yourself. So let's say if it takes 5 hours to complete a particular thing, I want my teaching should take you to that level that you are taking only 1 hour. You're getting my point. So let's say you have to yourself study 10 pages. Okay, 10 pages. So let's say you take 5 hours. I make sure for the last almost more than a decade I'm teaching. So I just make sure that the student is not faced within, okay, you don't study any 10 pages. Yeah, you do study, but rather than you would take yourself 5 hours, I want you should take only 1 hour to complete that. So this is also has been a practice in this as well, guys. Again, I cannot replace what is given study. You have to study, refer the study material, but just making sure that your life get little easier with this. Okay, guys. So I'm, oh wow. ये कैसे पता चला? पूजा, just tell me. I can't say what she said, but please do tell me if that is the case. Wow, you seem to be quite intellectual. So please do tell me. I don't know. I mean, the question that you asked me for my personal listing, I don't know, but do tell me. Okay, guys. So first of all, thank you so much for your very, very patient listening. Up something which is coming, which is always fascinates you. Sir, what? No, I'm not giving you any sweet dish. Don't worry. I'm giving you an exam question. Okay, sir. What kind of a question can come in the exam? Okay, sir. 10 marks question. Okay, sir. Sir, will it be tough? It depends upon you. What you have to judge that. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll just open up that question. Okay. So guys, is it visible? Just please confirm me. This is question number PSV limited wala. So are you able to see that? Just have a look. It came in your exam very recently. Okay, when it came, July 21. Wow, just very recent one. I always like to take up a recent question because again. So wow, this is for 10 marks, right? Even enlarged more. Okay, guys. So shall we start, or you want to read? Should I give you a minute? अच्छा, नहीं, what happens? वो mirror image comes na, so that's the case. Okay. Still, Pooja, I thought yes. But just for your information, Pooja, when I write on the whiteboard or blackboard, whatever you say, I can write from both the hands, and I can, I was a cricketer during my school days, so I was a fast bowler. So once what happens is that I got a injury on my right hand side, on the ribs. I started to have a lot of pain, so I just couldn't bowl it from the right hand, and it was an important match. So 3-4 days earlier, I started to practice from the left hand as well. So I can bowl from the left hand also. I can bowl from the right hand. Obviously, you have a command on the right hand, and batting also I can do it from both. But again, the thing is, right is always the better. But once you practice, you can do any. Yeah, Riddhi, I'll take up your query, beta. It is your exam question, na? Just relax for 5 minutes. And we'll complete this. Then I will take up what is your query. Na? I will have to open up the study material. Na? Okay. Yes, Sushil, it's a July 21 exam question. Sir, in illustration 1, in conclusion part, tax expenses, just take an exemption. Okay. So guys, you study and I don't, have a study material, but I will look at from here. Riddhi's question I'm taking up, illustration number 1. Because I did illustration number 2 in the class, right? I remember. But which page number is there, Riddhi? The illustration. I am not able to find that actually, honestly. Okay, so yeah, I got it. I think that's on page number, I think 19, right? So yes, the question that you asked is the correct one. That's the case. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Sneha. So let's start doing this question, and I'm sure you'll like this question. Okay, chalo. So PSV Limited manufactures and sells a single product and estimated the following related information for the period November. This thing. So guys, this is estimated. Okay. do not forget this line. Okay, this is an estimated budget, not the actual one, for the period November to March. So this is the opening stock, guys. Okay, the information might confuse you, but again, it's very simple. Very simple. This is the opening stock in the finished good, because you have a single product, guys. Okay, so 75, 3,000, 9,000, and all these things. Then you have sales 30, 35, 38, 25, 40, and then you have a selling price which is 10, 12, 15, 15, 20. Okay, guys. Chalo. So additional information, you have a closing stock finished good as on 31st March. This thing. Okay. So beta, opening is given to you. Okay, and closing is given to you. Sir, why is it given? I'll tell you, beta. Don't worry. Okay, clear hai? This line is clear, beta. Okay. Opening diya hai, closing is given separately. Okay, just like when we do final accounts. Okay. Each unit of finished good requires 2 kg of raw material A and 3 kg of raw material B. Just like the example I gave. Okay? So for making one finished good, you need 2 kgs of raw material A and 3 kg of raw material B. You are required to prepare the following budgets for the period ending November to March on the monthly basis. Okay? So shall we start doing that? Okay. And you would, after this question, pray from the Almighty. Ye question dobara exam mein. This question should come in the exam again. Okay. But life is such, you might get lucky. What's the big thing? Okay. So guys, I'll take you back to the this thing. Okay, and we can start taking up this question. I must tell you, this is July 21, question number 5B. Okay, just for your information. Okay. So how do we have to start that? Okay. Yeah, thank you, Matanjali. I've explained her. Okay. And illustration is something that, yes, illustration 4 is something like that. Absolutely correct. Okay. So now, shall we start, guys? If any other doubts? No. Okay. Oh. Good morning, guys, everybody. Okay. So first of all, let's prepare the sales budget. Sir, is it tough? You decide yourself. Month-wise. Okay. Yes, sir. So you will have today I have a benefit because I've taken the rule sheets, so I will not use that thing. Total. Okay, so we have this particulars. So you're starting with November, December, January, February, March. Become lucky. It has a higher this thing. Okay. So, oops. So undo option है ना? Yeah. Okay. So this is March and this is total. Okay, guys. Yes, sir. Start करें. Yes, sir. So sales. So we forgot the figures. Okay, not a problem. So 30, 35, 38, 25, 40. I hope you'll remember. Otherwise, you can take the screenshot. Okay. So 30, 35, 38, 25, 40. Okay, guys. Yes, sir. I've done nothing. Just copied the information given by the examiner. Simple. Okay, sir. So how much this will be for? And 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys. Yes, sir. Beta, what is the selling price per unit? Sir, 10, 12, 15, 15, 20. I hope you'll remember. Yes, sir. 10, 12, 15, 20, 20. Okay. Okay. So total sales 3 lakh, 420, 570, 375, and 8 lakhs. Okay, 570, 8 lakh, 375, 420, 2465. That's it. Sir, you must be kidding me. This is the answer, guys. It's just a sales budget. Sir, it was damn simple. Yes, there are some concepts in your study that students generally, don't prepare it and they just go. That's it. Sir, it's a 10-mark question. Yes. So one part is over. This is for 3 marks. 3, 3, and 4. Yeah, let's go next part, right? Shocking, huh? Beta, please prepare the production budget. Okay, the production budget in units again, because that was in rupees. If you can see properly, this was in rupees. This is required in units. Okay, so now how can we start understanding the concept of production budget? Let's start doing it. Okay, first tell me what is the sales. We already have that amount from the figure. Just check what is the closing stock. Okay, yes sir. So for November, see carefully guys, so for November the closing stock will be opening stock of December. Sir, repeat. Yeah, I'm saying beta, for November the closing stock will be equals to opening stock of December. Yes or no? But sir, why are you asking? First of all, tell me yes or no. Yes sir, absolutely. Closing stock of this month is opening next month, obviously. Okay, clear? Yes. Now you see what we are supposed to do. Okay, yes. Then you have 75, 3, 9, 8, this thing, 6, and you have 10. Okay, let me just clear all these. Better, now we are making production budget. Okay. Any doubts? Very simple, sir. Super simple. It's easy. Sir, are you Akansh? Okay. No. I am not anybody's brother. No. Hope that it comes in November 2022, Matanjali. You never know. Again, I'm saying, Matanjali, you might get ready. Okay. And Sandhya, I'm not that. But again, I found a sister, maybe. That's great. If somebody looks familiar to me, that's great. Thank you. Okay. Chalo, that's great. See, I never have a problem. I always enjoy teaching and, just making chit chats. Just can't be so serious in your studies, guys. I mean, theek hai, chalta thoda bahut hai na. You can just be very friendly, familiar, not a problem. Okay, so this time I'll keep some space for this thing. So let's take it November. Okay, then you have December, you have January, you have February, you have March, and then you have a total. Okay. Always bad. I bought this in lockdown and still, I'm not able to draw proper lines. Practice makes a man perfect. And woman also. Okay, so production लिख दिया मैंने. This should be particulars, right? Okay, guys, simple. So now, as you know, the starting point of anything, for any budget should be the sales. Okay, unless we don't know how much we are supposed to sell, we are not able to know how much will be our what do you call that? How much will be your production and accordingly how you'll be selling all those things. Okay, so that's the most crucial part as far as that is concerned. Okay, guys, so let's start figuring out what is required in this. So first of all, sales, we can copy from here. Okay, guys, same, nothing change will be there. Oh, sorry, 30, not 35, 30,000, 38,000, 25,000, 40,000. Okay, so this will be the same. Okay, beta. So now the concept which we were discussing on that sheet is basically we will add closing stock. Sir, why are we adding? Beta, if you go to the P&L account, you make a P&L account, right? Yes, sir. On the credit side, you have sales. Yes, sir. Then you have a closing stock. Yes, sir. So we are trying to add up the credit side of the P&L. Okay, that's what our purpose is. Okay, remember? Yes. Achha, now you remember the closing stock for November will be the opening stock of December. Yes, sir. So what was that? 3,000. Do you remember? Sir, can you show us again? Definitely. So this is the thing, beta. Okay, so 3. Now remember. Okay, so this is 3, 9, 8, 6, and 10. Okay, 3, 9, 8, 6, 10. Clear? 3, 9, 8, 6, 10. 3, 9, 8, 6, and 10. I hope no doubt still here. Very simple, guys. Okay, so let's add them. 16, 24, 20, sorry, 24, 30, 33, and 36,000. Okay, guys, clear? So you can say what is the total quantity required. Okay, so 33. Okay, not a problem, guys. Now we have to say less opening stock. Okay, guys, so now we can take up those figures from our question only. So guys, we have 75, 700, 3,000, 3,000, 9,000, 8, and 6. This is our opening stocks. Okay. 7,500, then same 3,000, 9,000, 8,000, and 6,000. Clear, beta? And then it will be 10,500 plus 9,000 plus 8,000 plus 6,000. So comes out to be 33,500. Okay, beta? Clear till here? Okay. After this, units to be produced. Okay, so you'll get the quantity, beta. I think 25,500, 41,000, 37,000, 23,000, 44,000. This I'll have to do. Okay, minus 2 lakh 175. Okay, guys, easy. Sir, it was very easy. I'm sure you will be stating the same statement. Clear, guys? Okay, guys, till here. So Sandhya is saying, sir, your name is not there in the feedback intermediate form, only in final form. Oh, wow. So I will take up this matter and I will request Board of Studies if that is the case. Wow, that's great. And thank you, Vikas, for sharing your answer. I can cross check if I have done it correctly or not. So 25,500, 41, 37, 23, 44. Thank you so much, Vikas Pita. Thanks a lot. Okay. So thank you, Sushil, if you have understood this thing. So again, you have scored 3 plus 3, 6 marks. This is something which was very logical. Again, the kind of skill and the mindset you guys have, the intelligence that you possess over here, not even 0.01% is required in this question. Okay. So that's it. This is simple. Now we are going to the third one, and then we can end this question. Ciao. So, sorry, I just moved it. So now, beta, the third one, what are they asking us? You're required to prepare the budgets for this. The raw material budgets for the raw material A and B separately, and again in units. So this is very important, as I've been stressing a lot many times and requesting also you that deliver only what is required by the exam. This was in rupees, so we have done it in rupees. This is in units. We have done it in units. This is also in units, and we can get this 10 marks. Okay. So how supposed to prepare that? Oh, yeah, super easy. It's very easy to illustration 4. Yeah, absolutely. Mohammed Farhad, actually the problem is, see, I'll tell you one thing. See, I'm not a brain expert, to be very honest, Farhad. I'm not a brain expert, but what sometimes happens is that what we have in our hand, we want to, do that first, and when we want to, explore something else, we tend to have a discomfort. So what does that mean? It means that when we are doing a study material, we have a study material at our place, and we are doing that. That's okay. The study material is with us day and night, and we can practice that. Sometimes we, these questions are, taken from the website. So obviously, if you take from the website, either you will take the soft copy, or you will either take the printouts of that, and kept it at another place. So if I'm doing the study material, and somebody says open up your laptop and start doing that question, again I will be little, in a discomfort position. So I want you should have both the study material thing and that this also. After this, I will be doing a study material question only. Okay, number I will not tell you, otherwise you'll start. Let the suspense remains. Okay, so guys, raw material budget. Let's understand that. Just 1 second. Huh? Let me clear all this. Then only it will allow me to take you. Okay, so third part is the raw material budget. Again, that is required in units. Let's take some more color now. Bore over. Okay. So raw material budgets in units. Again, Farhad, illustration 4 is also very easy. If you have understood this, then you will be able to do that as well. That is for sure. Okay. Now? So November, December, January, February, March, and total. Okay, guys. So how much units are required to be produced? Okay, I'll take up this figure again over here. Units to be produced, 25,500. Again, taking the figure from above, because it is in continuation. First, we prepared the sales budget. With that help, we prepared the production budget. Now, with the help, we are doing the raw material budget. Okay, 41, 37,000, 23,000, 44,000, and 175. Okay, guys. Now, what is the raw material consumption per unit? Just write it over here. Raw material consumption per unit in kgs. Okay, so require 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So don't tell me it is that easy. Yes, better. It is that easy. Total raw material consumption, 51,000. 82,000, 74,000, 46,000, 88,000, 3410. 3,41,000. Easy? Yes, sir. Now, the raw material for B. This was for A. For B now. Okay. So headings, can I remove now? I mean, November, December, you know all that. Okay. So again, units to be produced. 25,500, 41,000. You have to show this separately, guys. Okay. Both require for separately. Okay. And you can say the raw material consumption per unit in kgs is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. And you have the total consumption. $255 into 3, 76,500, 123, 111, 23 into 3 is 69, 44 will be 132, and the total of this that's it, guys. So you found that simple or you found that tough? Just be honest and just tell me that was it worth 10 marks? Yes or no, that depends upon you again. So thank you, Vikas, for your answer. I have cross-checked, so my answer is correct. Thank you for your kind help. Okay. So that was the thing, guys. Sir, in function-wise budget, which budgets are the most important? Vijay Gore, again, tough to say, beta. I'm not from the examination, but generally see what happens is that fixed flexible is also important. We have done in the last class. Past year question has come. This we are doing a very recent question. Now we'll be doing master budgets. Okay. So again, you just can't predict. The examiner can give you anything. And Matanjali saying, sir, let's hope it comes again. So you might not, you might get lucky again. That's the thing. Okay. Okay. So for yeah, too simple. Okay. Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Preeti. It was simple, guys. Right. So that's it. So we'll spend about 10 15 sorry, not 15, 5-10 minutes on another concept before we head for a break. I'm sure you must not be tired of this, okay, because of the fact that it's been quite easy. And honestly, since Farhad has been saying you after this you can do illustration number 4, you will find that much easy as well. That is for sure. Okay, guys. So now we have done 2 types of budget. One is the capacity, okay, and one is called as per based on the function. Okay, clear? Now you can see what is the third type of budget. I will just show you. Okay, I'll do it here only. Okay, so first, okay, I think we have already done that, right? Yeah, over here. So the first one is the capacity, okay, fixed and flexible, based on the function. Okay, now we are doing the third one. Okay, I'll put it down. Now the third one, which is coming to you. Okay, so the third one is called as the master budget. In films, have you seen master key? Okay, the key which can open up any doors. Okay, does it prevail in the real life? Just tell me. Master key which can open up any door. Okay, generally not. Okay, But yeah, hotels have the master key these days. So the card they give you, which you swipe and open the door, so they have a master key which can open any door. Okay. For others, I don't know. Okay. Uh, master key base master key sorry, master budget basically means it is the summary budget. Okay, it is nothing but the summary budget that incorporates I mean all functional budgets. Okay, so it is prepared by the budget officer. Okay, after figures from all functions, means the sale person will give his sale figure, the production budget figure will be given by the production person, the capex, the R&D, the cash, all these will be delivered by the respective person. Okay, so once it is approved, okay, adopted, okay, then it becomes final. It is final and given to the board of directors for approval. Okay, for the approval, simple. Okay, so once this is done, so basically what we prepare in this case is the master profit and loss account. Okay, and the master balance sheet. Okay, guys, so this is basically theory, what is given in the study. But let's take up a practical aptitude in this case. Generally I'm saying again, generally most of the time, making a profit and loss is much easier and logical. Making a balance sheet might not be feasible and logical. Sir, why? See, what is there in the balance sheet? Sir, obviously we are doing since class 11th. I know you are doing since class 11th. So generally the balance sheet has some fixed assets, some investment, okay, some debtors, some cash, and so on. Then you have here the equity, okay, the reserve and surplus, the creditors, bill payable, asset. That totals the balance sheet. Again, we know that how much capital expenditure we are required to do, okay, but we are not sure that it will be there or not. You're getting the point? So no. See, let's say the board of directors has approved that you can buy a property worth 10 crores. That's a capex budget. Okay, just an example. You are allowed, we give you 10 crore, you can buy a good building or a land, let's say. So making a approval is easy. Okay, you have approved the one, that's fine. But do we actually got the desired fixed asset what we were looking for? Okay, sometimes we don't agree with the location, sometimes we don't agree with the parking, sometimes we don't agree with the land fertility, or there could be many factors, or he might be charging very high, okay, for which we are not comfortable to pay him a higher price. So balance sheet generally gives you what is your statement of position as on a particular date. Okay, so balance sheet might not be required in the master budget, but yes, as far as this is concerned, the master profit and loss, then it might be required for you to prepare in the exam. Okay, guys, so we'll go for a break, but don't worry, I'll tell you, we will do a question based on the master budget. Okay, that question has not yet come in the exam. but it is given in your study material. So I'll just share the study material with you. Okay, just 1 second. Huh? I'll remove that question now. And you have, I think, illustration number 6. You can see, beta. Yeah. Okay, guys. So generally, you might not get to calculate, yeah, say prepare this thing, but yes, this could be. So will that be okay if it is okay 8:20 now? So we can take a 10 minutes break, and once we'll come back, we'll start with this question itself and the other questions as well. Okay, guys. So let's break for some time. Till the time, you can have a look on this. Okay. Okay, students, warm welcome back. Okay, so there are a few questions before I take up this thing. Okay, let me remove the break now. Break is over. So, guys, first of all, Sandhya Agarwal is asking, sir, can we make both? Yes, beta, you can make both the raw material budgets in a single page. Don't waste your precious time. Don't waste your precious um, small fingers energy in writing again those November, December, January. That's fine. That's I just made just for understanding purpose. So you can do that in exam. You will not be deducted with any marks. Okay. And Isha Jaswal, absolutely correct. She again says that some master key is the hard work which opens up the success doors. Absolutely great. But a hard work, is important, but smart work and going into the right direction is again the most important thing. There are people who work so much hard works in their lives, okay, but there is one thing which need to be cracked, and you can be on the top. So again, just molding your language. Sir, master budget is a budget for all the budgets. Yes, Preeti Panchal, absolutely correct. Sir, in CA study made okay. So study is the master key. It's a capacity. Yes, absolutely. So there is no. I mean, Vijay is absolutely correct. In CA, na, there is no substitute for the hard work. I mean, you have to study. You just can't have any shortcuts. Okay, that's the sense. And when I talk about smart work, it's always important that you keep remembering the concept that you have been studying, because our mind is such that it tends to forget. You know, you just tend to forget. That's the sense. So if you keep revising, that's the best thing. Sir, in illustration number 1, okay, Akash Neil is there. How has the variable cost of 1/4 calculated for 80% given the recovery rate? Okay, I'll take up the illustration 1 today if we'll have time from here only. Okay, just in case we'll have time, so nothing to worry. One more student has asked this. Okay, he says I've understood illustration 1. Okay, chalo, fine then, fine. Sir, is master budget similar to cost sheet? I'll tell you now. Very good. Ankit is saying, sir, can you brief overview of the most recently question is made? Beta, see, okay, I'll just clarify this, gentleman, Ankit. Beta, I have taken all these questions from the last 4 attempts, which is given in your this thing website. Okay, so if something has not come from this chapter, I have not taken. So from the last 4 attempts, these 2 questions have come. One I took in the last class, and one I took in today's class. Take it? And obviously you have a lot of questions, but you just can't complete them in 5 hours class. Okay, I mean, I just can't rush and start teaching you, like this thing. So that's it. Okay, guys. And Kashnil, I'll take up your question, which is says, sir, is the master budget similar to the cost sheet? I'll take up that thing. See, guys, answering to Akash Neil and to the others, but a cost sheet is something which has a set format. Okay, format means you have direct material cost, prime cost, all these things are there. But as far as this is concerned, you don't have any set format. It's just a purely profit and loss format and nothing else. You don't need to have a particular format. So let's see if you find this question also easy or not. Let's just check it out. Float company glass manufacturing requires you to prepare the master budget for the year ended for the next year for them from the following information. Sales is of 2 types: toughened glass and the bent glass. Okay, toughened glass, you understand, which is there in your cars and big, those toughened. These days we are installing in our washrooms also, our shower area. Those toughened glass. Bent glass, which can bend easily accordingly to a situation. Oh, finished. Direct material cost, it's 60% of sales. Direct wages, 20 workers at 150 per month. Oh, sorry, I gave you incomplete question. I'm sorry for that. And indirect labor, you have 500 per month, and then you have a foreman for 400 per month. You have stores and spares, 2.5 on the sales. Depreciation on machinery, light and power, repair and maintenance, other sundries and administration, selling and distribution expenses, which is in totality. Okay, Sneha Gupta is saying, sir, understood illustration number 6. That's so awesome, Sneha. You're always blessed with students like you who are so intelligent. Okay, guys. So here, now let's start the illustration 6. Again, guys, not at all something which is technical. It's very, very easy. Again, in a cost sheet, you have a format, as Akash Neil was asking. Here, there is no format at all. What you need to write is master budget for the year end. Okay. You have a very simple this thing format here. So this will be for working, and that will be for the main one. Okay. So let's start. This is your total sales. Okay. So your toughened glass. And bent glass. Okay. So it has 6 lakhs and then 2 lakhs. So total comes out to be 8 lakhs. Easy, guys? Yes, sir. Okay. Then you can prepare in T form also, in horizontal form also, no problem at all, guys. Honestly. Okay. So less, the format is you have to prepare less cost of production. Clear, guys? So let's start with first direct material. Okay. So we'll take you back. But everybody can see 60% of the sales. Okay. So 8 lakh ka 60%, that will be 4,80,000. Okay. Direct wages, beta. 20 workers at 150 per month. Okay, beta. So 20 into 150. Okay. And since you are preparing for the yearly basis, so multiply by 12. Okay. $36,000. Okay. So this is, I think, 480 and 36. Okay. Prime cost. Okay. So even if you don't write prime cost, that's not a problem, honestly. Okay. So generally, when we are preparing the budgets as per the functions, remember, so we have cost of production, direct material, direct. So it is important that you show it separately. But even if you don't write prime cost, that's absolutely fine. What is more relevant is that you need to tell him what are your variable overheads and what are your fixed overheads. Okay. So let's prepare a heading as variable factory overheads. Okay. And let's say the fixed factory overheads. Clear, guys? So, let's start classifying what are the fixed one and what are the variable ones. First, let's complete this. Have we taken the information entirely from here? Yes, sir. 6 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 60,000, 60%, 20. Okay. Now let's move on to the over here. So first is a work manager's cost, which is 500 per month. So since it's a, per month basis, so that will take up to the fixed part because that remains same, the manager's salary, okay, and foreman's salary, which is 400. So let's save time and write both of them, okay, 500 and 400. Work manager, 500 into 12, 6,000, and the foreman, 4,800. Okay, beta? Sure. Now comes the next, which is stores and spares, which is 2.5 of sales. Okay, stores and spares. So will it be fixed or variable, guys? Clear, everyone? Only classification is required. Otherwise, it's a very simple thing. So since 2.5 was on sales, sales is always variable. We don't know what is the fixed. So we'll take it on variable side, 2.5% of the sales. And then, okay, so let's do that. Okay, so you will write the stores and spares. Okay, 2.5. Sorry, I just 2.5%. Yeah. So you'll take 8 lakh ka 0.5%. Okay, exact 20,000. Clear, guys? Okay. Next is, you can see, any questions, guys? Variable. Thank you, Preeti. She is absolutely correct. Okay, so let's go back. You have depreciation 12,600. Again, it's fixed. Light and power. See, you can take either. Generally, electricity is a variable thing, but study material has taken it assumed as fixed. You can either do that. The examiner will not reduce your marks. Okay, so depreciation is obviously a fixed amount, which is 12,600, and 3,000 you can take either. Okay, I'm going with the study material. You can take a contrarian view, not a problem. Okay, so you have depreciation, okay, which is 12,600, and then you have light and power. Assumed that this is fixed. Okay, so 3,000. What's next? Repair and maintenance, 8,000. Okay. Oh, sorry. Repair and maintenance. Sorry. Sorry. I thought this is the heading. Okay. So repair. I think 8,000. Right. Okay. Now comes almost, we are completing. So we have other sundries, which is 10% of direct pages. So again, it will become variable. And you have administration, selling, and distribution. In totality, it is given 36,000. So not a problem, guys. Okay. So we can now end the question. I mean, conclude the question now. You will have this thing, sundry expense. %10 of the labor. Okay. So labor cost was here 36,000. Okay. So uska 10% will take 3,600. Okay, guys. So total variable cost will come out to be 28 and 31,600. Clear? And the fixed cost, so you will have 10,800. Just one second. 10,800 plus 3,000 plus 12,600. So 26,400 will be your Okay, so this will comes out to your as figure as gross profit, or you can even say work cost or the factory cost. Okay, guys. So how much will it come to? I don't think it's a big number. Okay, 516 should also come here. 516. Okay, so 26,400 plus 31,600 plus 516,000. So total cost comes out to be 574. Okay. Oh, just 1 second. I have made 574. Okay. Now, sorry, just in case I confused you, sorry. So now you will have the gross profit. Okay. 8 lakh minus this. I'm sorry if I confused you. Sorry. 226. Okay. And now you can add up the administration selling. Okay. So you will have a 1,90,000. So guys, I don't think must have been a tough thing for you. Let me just minimize it so that you can see the complete answer. Okay. Little minimize it since you've already seen the full answer. Okay, guys, easy. Again, you can see no perfection is required, only and only clear and thorough understanding of the fixed and the variable cost, which you have been doing since the commencement of this course. Okay, the CMA course. Okay, so that ends up your question. Oops. Okay, and those who are doing, I hope you would have completed. Any questions, guys? Then I can take up the next concept. Okay, Rekha, I will see if I'll have time because a lot of students have been asking very lot of questions. So definitely I'll try. Sir, what will be the heading for admin selling expenses? Beta, Pradeep, you know cost sheet better than me now since you are practicing more questions than me. So, you know, the works cost, the cost of sales, cost of production, whatever is there. So you can write it directly and then you'll get your net profit. So again, you are not supposed to follow the cost sheet format, Pradeep. Let me clear you beta once again. You don't require a cost sheet format over here. For a master budget, it's completely simple and straightforward. The headings that we did once we started our class at 7 o'clock, all those 14, 15 items are there. Just make sure that you are trying to separately show all those items. Okay. That's the most important and the concrete, right? That's the most important. Okay. Ria found that very easy. This is like cost sheet only. Yes, Pooja, this is like a cost sheet only. Again, no technicality, Pooja. The only thing which I just said, I'll repeat again for you that all those functions heads that we started at 7 o'clock today, just make sure you are separately showing all those expenditures, especially your direct material, direct labor cost, variable overhead, fixed overheads, and is there any administration, selling, marketing, all those expenses, and then you'll find your net profit. So this is the only question that we have. In master budgets, we don't have any questions which are related to the balance sheet. So again, it's a good point. Okay, guys. So before I take you to the next concept, it's always very, very important to give you theory, which is very important. See, guys, you can read about the concept of zero-based budgeting. Okay. ZBB. Okay. See, it's very simple, very nicely given the concept is very nicely given in your study material. Okay, so I would not like to take much time on this. You can study this, but yes, I can give you one very easy example so that you can understand this concept rather than just mugging up what is given the study. You ratify and put it in the exam. I'll give you a very simple, very simple. Okay, very simple. Okay, because a lot of students have a lower hand on this concept. You study on your own. I'm just not teaching you what is given the study, but I'm giving you a very simple example. Okay, just tell me how you'll become a CA. Sir, what is this question? Just wait. Sir, for CA, obviously, sir, you have to carry out the CPT or foundation, whatever it is there. Then you have to do the inter. Then you have to do the articleship. No articleship. I mean, just study purpose. Okay, and fine. Okay, 3 type of exam is there. Yes, sir. Just like any other CFA, you have level 1, level 2, level 3, all those things. Okay, very simple. Now tell me, you have already cleared your CPT. Sir, obviously that is why we are sitting in inter. Otherwise, why would we, wasting our precious time getting up 7 o'clock in the morning? Okay, clear? So you have done your CPT. So let me take an example that you spent about to clear your CPT. The entire hours that you gave was 100 hours. Just an example. Whether it is a self-study, whether you have taken a coaching, or whether you have taken any assistance from your siblings, brother, sister, father, mother, whosoever. That includes your total study time. Okay, clear? Then comes the inter, and obviously it is much little higher. So what you do is you say, if I spend 100 hours over here, okay, I should spend about 200 hours here. Okay, 200 hours. You're getting the point. Very simple सी बात है. I mean, see, you have cleared your CPD. Okay, the total hours to study all the 4 subjects. I hope there are 4 subjects now. To cover all the 4 subjects, you spend about 3 months or approximately 100 hours of your time. Simple. Okay. Now you say, since inter is little tough, you have more subjects than your CPT. So it should be at least minimum 200 hours. Okay. And in final, let's say you study 400 hours. Okay. Here. Now, from if somebody asks you that you are in inter, so what is your target? How many hours you'll be studying? You say 200. From where did you get this figure? You would say, sir, simple. I took 100 as the base. And I assessed that since inter is much tougher than CPT, I'll have to put in double efforts, double effort that I did. So you already had a base, and then you prepared your next level strategy. Okay. Zero-based budgeting means that you are basically starting from the zero. Okay. It means starting from zero, or you can say scratch, or you can say no base at all. Okay. You are not considering any last year figures. Okay. Do not consider last year figures. Clear? Sir, can you give us the example? Obviously. Let's say a company which is making a motorbike, okay? Two-wheeler bike. They sold 100 units. This example, very simple. See carefully. 100 in June 2020. 2020 I'm saying, not 21. This is absolutely clear. Okay. Okay. So what should be your target for June 2022? Sir, 200 units. False. You should have a you just can't take this base. Why? It was a lockdown due to COVID. No showrooms were opened. How can you take that base, guys? I mean, I'm not asking you. The salesperson will ask that person. Bhai, are you crazy? How can you take that base? That base is not acceptable. Since that year, it was complete lockdown, so dealers were clear. You make your own strategy. You start from the base. Do not consider last year figures. Okay? So you take 1 lakh as the figure, or let's say 1,25,000 as the figure, whatever. But don't take this figure. That is called as zero base budget. Okay? That's the most important thing. Okay? Otherwise, there is a huge amount of theory which is given, and each and everything is has been asked in the exams. What are the stages which are there in zero based budgeting? What are the advantages of zero based budgeting? Okay, how it is traditional from the how it is superior from the traditional budgeting. So these all questions has been asked in the exam, and so there are some limitations as well. Obviously, that has not yet asked in the exam, but you never know. So just make sure that you are studying this from your study buddy. Okay, guys. Let me just check if there is any question. So light and power, we can assume variable cost because during production we use. Yes, Mohammed Farhad, absolutely. I told you during that illustration number 6. Since I'm going with the study material, you can take it as variable. Marks will not be deducted. Nothing to worry. At the end, if you're getting as 190 is the answer, that's the final. Okay, guys. Welcome, Pradeep. Understood, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. Kaveri is saying, sir, can you solve this question in the T format? Yes, beta Kaveri, you can solve this in the T format. But see, generally, I tell you very simple thing. Okay. Very simple thing, Kaveri. Just, take it in a very lighter side that, see, you are preparing CMA. Okay. Cost and management accounting. Okay. This paper, which is we are doing. We are preparing cost sheets, all the questions in the horizontal format. T shape is generally meant for the accounting guys. Okay. But again, I'm not making any disparity. Since you are doing a costing paper, which requires a cost accounting knowledge, so it will be prudent. It is recommended that you follow the vertical approach. T format is generally reserved and should be used only and only for our accounting paper, which is 100 marks paper, not for this paper. So I would suggest if you take it in a vertical format. But yeah, if you are practicing at home, then it's absolutely fine. But make sure you are doing it in the vertical format. Okay. Sure. Okay. So Ria has also understood. So that's great, guys. Century I have achieved, scored a century today with the questions. Okay. So now today we are doing a last thing, which is called as the concept of this. What was the heading? The ratios, the ratios. Okay, budget ratios. Okay, so we'll be taking up this. So again, beta, budget ratio is nothing. Again, it's a ratio. Okay, the correlation between the two figures. Okay, so you can say it's a relationship between two figures. Okay, very simple thing. Again, since you have already done the concept of, say, that standard costing, it will become very, very easy for you to learn. This, I think, topic can also be covered in standard costing as well, but it is given in budgets. So I am taking up in the budgets, okay, since the name is budget ratio. But the constituents will be your standard costing one, okay? So let's start this. Number one is your efficiency ratio. See, guys, these ratios are very easy to calculate. The only thing is just we have to remember. So what? We have to remember. For example, see, we were in class 11th. Yes, sir. We have done chapters like ratio analysis. Yes, sir. We have done ratios like return on capital, return on capital employed, return on assets, return on equity, asset turnover ratio, liquid assets, current assets. Yes, sir. Don't worry. I will not be teaching you that in today's class. Obviously, that is not in our course as of now. Okay, in costing. But the thing is, do you think to calculate those figures was a tough thing? No, sir. What was tough? To remember the formulas, to find the constituents. Okay, so when I say liquid asset, a liquid ratio, so you need liquid assets. Okay, current assets minus the stock divided by the current liabilities. I mean, you require the constituent. Otherwise, calculation is as simple as doing it from the calculator. So not a big thing. Here also, the only thing is that the calculation is damn simple. The only thing which you require for the purpose of remembering in the exam is the formula. Okay, and then you'll see it becomes so easy for you to calculate. So what is the efficiency ratio? Sushant Arora. So like standard hours, S by A. Actual hours. So for me, learning was very fun. So I always, learn efficiency, S by A, my name, and then you have activity, S by B. So you can have your own mnemonic codes to learn them. Okay. Second is basically your activity ratio. So S by B, standard hours by budgeted hours into 100. Okay, guys. Then Amitabh Bachchan, which is calendar. A by B, available working days by budgeted working days into 100. Everything is multiplied by 100 since it's a ratio beta. Okay, percentage ratio, whatever you want to say. Fourth one is standard capacity usage ratio. Okay, so you have budgeted hours by maximum possible hours into 100. Standard capacity. Okay, and I think a gentleman was asking also, sir, what's the difference between budget and a standard? That student, if he's still with us now, he will get his answer. Since I asked him to stay till 8:45 or 9 o'clock, I'm little ahead of time. Okay, so just two more. One is the actual. This was a standard capacity beta. Now is the actual capacity usage ratio. Okay, so the budgeted hours will be replicated by the actual hours. So it becomes simple. Okay, and the last one, actual usage of budgeted capacity ratio. Okay, so actual working hours budgeted hours into 100. Okay, guys, is it clear, everyone? So you can have a brief look on all these ratios. Let me take if you have any queries. Nidhi, when will we solve the query last chapter? When you will resolve the query of the last chapter. Last chapter means isse pehle, I think other sir has taught. So you guys, why don't you compile your questions? You have a revision class after this, na? Taken up by our deputy director, sir. So you can take up the chapter which I've not taught you. So that's the sense. Okay. Okay, sir, how to memorize this formula? Farhad is asking that. See, you have to make your own codes, guys. efficiency, it was like my name, so I learned. Otherwise, you can make activity with this calendar. Amitabh Bachchan, available working hours by budgeted hours, and sixth one is also Amitabh Bachchan. The actual usage of the budgeted capacity ratio, actual working hours are budgeted hours. And you have standard. Okay, B. Again, you can make some codes for Hath S, and this is B and M. So make a economic code. Okay, if I say something, then it will become very funny, and accordingly you can have this. The actual capacity is AAM. Okay, Aam Aadmi Party. Okay, this is, or the mango. Okay, so this is according to your own wish, guys. No debates, please. Okay. Got it, sir. I asked for standard budget. Okay, Himanshu is still there. My pleasure, Himanshu. You are still there. Thank you for your very valuable, precious time. Sir, what is the denominator for standard capacity? Beta, maximum possible hours. I have the best handwriting in the world, and I'm sure you will not find it. Okay, don't worry. I'll write this again because we have a lot of time. We can complete a question. ठीक है जी, आकाश नहीं. So this is how you can remember. Okay, how can a question can come in the exams? We have our illustration with us. Okay, so should I show you? Okay. Yeah, so those who have the study material with them, it's the illustration number 7. Okay, I hope this is visible. What are the available working days? Pradeep Gupta ji, the thing is that the question that you asked, sometimes there could be holidays, okay, or there could be a power failure due to which you just couldn't work. Okay, that happens generally. The people are sitting idle, so we calculate the calendar ratio because the standard hours may not be equals to the working hours, because we generally presume that if you are working, except Saturday Sundays, we have 22 days in a month. So sometimes we have any holidays or festivals, or let's say a power cut, so we are not able to. That is why we are required to calculate. Okay. Welcome, Ashneer. Sir, what is the formula 4, 5, and 6? Beta, Sushil, just be a little patient and see this question. We'll solve actually 4, 5, 6 with you together. Okay, guys? Chalo. So, sir, this is actual working hours. Pradeep, abhi we'll see na what is the actual working hours. The question will tell you that what is standard means 22. So let's say you have 2 holidays in August, 15th August and Muharram. So your working days becomes 20 only. So this is how you can calculate. Here also you'll find that same. Okay, Nidhi saying the chapter, but I taught you only, I think 2 or 3 chapters only. So you have any doubts, you can compile them and you can send it to the email which is there, the SFM. This CMA Inter ID, and I'll take up your doubts. Okay, Nidhi, just compile them. You have revisionary classes now. Okay, or you can send your query to that email ID. Sir will forward that to me. Okay. So following data is available for DKG and company. Standard working hours is 8 hours per day of 5 hours per week. Maximum capacity one can have in the factory is 50 employees, but as of now we are working with only 40 employees. Okay, the actual hours expected to be worked per 4 week is 6,400 hours. The standard hours expected to be earned per 4 weeks in a month is 8,000. Okay, actual. Okay, expected. Can you see these words, guys? We have a marker here. Just 1 second. Do we have a marker? Okay. See this thing. Expected. Actually worked and earned. Nice technology, right? So that's the most important sense that you have to look at in the exam. Okay. Yeah. So the related period is of 4 weeks only. In this period, there was one special holiday. I think Vikas was asking this, Vikas Bansalji, right? And due to a national holiday, you are required to calculate the following ratios. 6 ratios that the formula that I gave you, I'll be redoing that based on the requirement. Okay, guys, has everybody seen this question? You are requested to please take the screenshot of this so that we can solve this last question for the class and end today's class. Okay? This chapter is so easy, Matanjali, because this is as per you have already sharpened your mind. So that's the reason. So you should give the credit to yourself rather than any other person. Okay. So can I just rub all this and okay. So now we can start. Okay. So beta, the first one, efficiency ratio, S by A, standard hours by actual hours into 100. Okay, guys. So I mean, this is up to you. How do you want to learn it? Whatever you can do that. Okay. So what is the standard hours and what is the actual hours? I think this is already given to us. Do you want to see that again? So you have standard hours of 7,000. Okay, guys. And the actual hours is 6,000. So you don't need any, working in this. Okay. So more than 100, 7 by 6, 6.67%. Clear, guys? Simple. Not a problem. I hope. Okay. Now you will have a little challenge because you need to have the standard hours is given. Beta, the budgeted hours is required. Okay. So before we go to the second one, that is the activity ratio, let's calculate the maximum capacity. But that will be required little later. But let's calculate that maximum capacity. You have 50 employees. You will have, I mean, abhi to you are working at 40, but 50 employees. Okay, into 8 hours a day, into 5 days, into 4 weeks. Okay. So 50 into 8 hours, into 5 days, into 4 weeks. So you have 8,000 hours as the maximum capacity. Okay, maximum capacity. Then you have budgeted capacity. Okay, you don't have 50 employees, you have 40 employees, into 8 hours, into 5 days, into 4 weeks. Okay, so that comes out to be 40 into 8 into 5 into 4, 6,400. Okay, guys. Okay, simple. Actual and standard is already given to you. Okay, so you don't have to worry on that. Okay, so let's start doing the second one, which is the activity ratio, SB, standard hours by so 7,000. Okay, this 7 which is the standard one, Budgeted you already calculated just now. Okay, again this will be over than 109.4. Easy guys, till here. Okay, now the third one, which is the calendar ratio. Okay, so Amitabh Bachchan, the available working days upon budgeted working days, okay, into 100. So available working days is how much? There was one national holiday, okay. Budgeted days, you know, na, the one which is 4 weeks into 5 days, okay. So that is 20. So you have 20 minus 1, a national holiday. So you are having 19 days available. By budgeted, the one you thought, socha tha, is 20 into 100. I hope that's simple, guys. Okay. So we are working at 95% calendar ratio. Okay. How much was the available time with us? Okay. Just 2 more ratios and we can, sorry, 3 more. Okay. Fourth one was, I think Sushil was asking, what was the gentleman name? This question is totally formula based. Yes, absolutely, Sushil. Absolutely. We just need to learn the formula, except everything is simple and easy. Yes, Preeti. Just as I told you, the return on equity, return on capital employed, liquid ratios, we have been doing in school times. Again, the formula is required. Otherwise, if we have the data, then it becomes so easy for us, right? So next comes is the standard capacity usage ratio. Okay. So budgeted hours. Okay. SBM, you remember? Maximum possible hours. Maximum possible hours. Okay. So have we calculated that? Yes, sir. Maximum capacity. Okay. This is what we calculated for. Okay. And what is the budgeted hours? Did we calculate that? Yes, sir. 6,400. So both the data we have. 64 by 8,000 hours. Seems 80% shayad. Yeah. So this is 80%. Now it is easy, guys. Sir, वैसे भी it is easy. I know. Okay. Now the fifth one, you have actual sorry, actual capacity usage ratio. Your arm, okay. Hindi name for mango, arm. So actual hours worked by maximum possible hours. Again, simple. Actual, how much did you work? Sir, it is already given. Actually, we worked for this 6,000. And maximum possible, same denominator, 8,000. $75. Clear? Last but not the least. Okay. Actual usage of budgeted capacity ratio. Okay, so actual working hours upon budgeted hours. So what is the actual beta? Same, numerator is same in this case, which is 6,000. Budgeted, we have this budgeted 6,400 into 100. So 93.75%. Is it clear, guys? Simple? You have any doubts? Please tell me. Wow, no doubts. So I'm sure you found this simple and easy. So guys, this ends our chapter, and honestly your course as well. Okay, so that is the best thing you can have in your life, completing the course. But this is what we have done it. Now you have to do it yourself as well. I think our journey started from April, if I'm not wrong. We met in April for few classes, then in May for few classes, and June for this classes. Okay, so as far as course is there, the conceptual clarity, I'm sure you must have achieved it. But again, it wouldn't have been possible without your the support that you guys have given. Obviously, support from the IT and Board of Studies is there because we are associated with each other. But otherwise also, I mean, it's been a fantabulous journey. I just couldn't take much of the classes, but I'm sure you must have enjoyed. All the faculties has been very phenomenal in terms of their teaching, and everybody tries to do the best. That's what I can say. Okay, so guys, just make your journey easy one. And those who have any doubts, please compile your doubts which are related to my chapters. You can see the schedule. What all chapters did I teach you during this 3 months time? And you can send it at your at the email address which is available. Okay, and I'll make sure that I'll revert you in a very short span of time, and making sure you don't face any problems going forward. So guys, again, I think what our student has said, I will repeat his words. There is no shortcut for the success. Okay, especially in your CA exams. I must tell you one thing. Just I don't know if I've shared with you earlier or not. Obviously, after doing CA, CMA, ACCA, I've also done ACCA from London. I've also appearing for CFA, the course from the US. So I completed level 1 now, and I mean the very astonishing thing that I found in CFA exams, which is not there in C exam, is that C exam generally shares your past year question. They give you past year question, they give you past year's suggested answers as well. But as far as CFA is concerned, they don't give you any past year's question. They keep on changing the syllabus every year. The reason is very simple, that they don't want their students to do any kind of a shortcut, that they start making a bird eye view. Okay, so this is what the pattern has been. This is the chapter which is most important. This is the chapter which is least important. I mean, they don't give you any such analysis because of a very simple fact, that they want you to cover up the entire course, not leaving even a single chapter, even if the chapter is of, I think, 8 to 10 pages. Okay, so you have different modules there. I mean, accounts, economics, all these are there. You have to clear all of them, and they work on a percentile basis. Means you have to not only run faster than others, you have to make sure that you take a benchmark in each paper, and then you are eligible for clearing that exam or not. And 70-75% is the benchmark, unlike we have 50% in CA. So sometimes we find that CA stuff, but if you look at in the another manner, it's quite easy, because we have all the resources available. You have study material in your soft form and the hard form. You have your past year papers. You have great faculties. You have mentors like our sir, NN Sen Gupta sir, and other all faculties, which gives you guidance. So there I mean, we just do self-study. We don't have any teachers. They don't conduct anything. Yeah, but in the last, when your exams are there, they will give you 1,000 questions. Multiple choice. You have to solve them before you have to clear the exams. But I think life has been quite easy over here, and with the help of board studies, I think you'll able to achieve good. So, guys, all the best for your CMA exam. I'm sure you will clear with very good marks, and hope to see you in final. Okay, and this is what the guidance I can give you, Vijay. Again, no shortcuts, no pattern. What is coming, what is not coming, and just make sure that you are making your notes from the study material. Don't refer the study material till the last. So that's the best strategy. I also followed that. Otherwise, it will give you a great amount of stress. Okay, and leave uh, your studies 1 month at least 1 month or 1.5 months before doing. Don't do anything new. Just keep revising, so that it just enters in your mind and you're not able to forget it. Okay. Yeah, Sushil, today is my last class, but I think you have some more revision classes for that. Okay, guys. So Himanshu, even thank you so much. Even I will miss you a lot. And theory is also very clear for Avishka. Okay, nice name. Thank you, Jameel. Thank you, Matanjali, for very nice words. Yes, definitely we'll meet up again in final. Wow, that's the most optimistic statement, Matanjali. That's great. Okay. See journey, Sushil, I've already shared with you a lot of time. So just have a look. Last class में बताया था, I mean, how I used to study those 8 a.m. to 8 p. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That was the best thing I could do it in CA Inter as well as CA Final. Okay, that's the. But in CA Final, I used to get a lot of calls from my employer when I used to study. But CA Inter has been very, very easy because you don't have any responsibility. You have everything on your table, on your this thing available. Yeah? Thank you, Pooja. It was really great, honestly. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Pooja. Tips, Pita, Pooja, no tips. Again, as I told you in the last class only, deliver what is required. If he's asking you in rupees, please give him rupees. If he's asking units, please give him units. And in a proper, check the requirement very thoroughly before you deliver anything. Don't waste your precious time. This is what we can say. Okay, guys. So take care, all the best, and thank you on the background people, our IT support team. Thanks to them, our board of studies director man, deputy director sir, and a lot many people who are preparing the study material, making continuous efforts to provide you the best. Okay, all the best in your journey. Hope to see you soon, very very soon. Maybe in final or maybe in few other days. You never know. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Conclude.